Welcome to my video. This is an Armadyl Boss guide presented to you by Jagex Ltd Productions. My guide will go over everything you need for the Armadyl Boss. It will show you things such as your inventory, your gear, and even the quest you need to fight the Armadyl Boss. Let's get started with the video. Okay, here's our gear for the Armadyl Boss. If you're going to want to use Borrow's armor, you're going to need at least 70 defense and 80 range if you want to go to the Armadyl Boss. 70 defense isn't as important as the 80 range. I know people that have went with lower than 70 defense and did just fine. In fact, a friend of mine got a hilt split and he has like 63 defense, so that was lucky on his part. But of course, you'll last longer with better defense and better armor. Verax is the best Borrow's armor you can use because of its prayer bonus, but Thorax is a cheaper alternative. However, Thorax is better in smaller groups because you're going to need a defense bonus more than a prayer bonus. In the top left, you see my Ava's accumulator. This is acquired in the Animal Magnetism quest. This is a necessity. You need this for the Armadyl Boss. Next to it, you see my Armadyl pendant. This is one of the god items you need for the Armadyl Boss. You need an Armadyl item as well as a Zamorak item. My Zamorak item is in the bottom left. It's my Zamorak Van Braces. Those are around 400 or 500k. In the top right, you see my Myth Grapple. I'll explain that in a bit. There's my Rune Crossbow. Rune Crossbows, you need that for the Armadyl Boss for ranging. There is my Black Dragon Hide top because I am cheap. And next to that, there is my DFS. A cheaper alternative for the DFS would be a Granite Shield. Please use the Granite Shield over Obsidian Shield. The Obsidian Shield has the exact same defensive bonuses except for the 4 strength, so it's pointless to buy it instead of a Granite Shield. There's my Bandos boots. If you're walking, you need climbing boots. And to the right, you see a ring of life. Okay, guys, here's our inventory for the Armadyl Boss. First off is the Cerodamine Brew, and then there is the Super Restore. Those are the potions. You also need a type of good bolt for the Armadyl Boss, preferably Diamond E or Ruby E. And you're going to want to use broad bolts to get the kill count. I'll explain what the kill count is later. Broad bolts also require 55 Slayer. The other item is the Varrock Teleportation tab. You can use that to leave the Armadyl Boss. Please note, if you're experienced, you do not need a teleportation tab because you can always use Lumbridge Tele, or you can use the altar inside the Armadyl Boss, which I will also explain later. What Cerodamine brews do, if you do not know, is they raise your defense, they boost it, and they also heal your health each sip. The problem is they lower your offensive stats. However, this is made up for by the Super Restore. Each dose of the Super Restore will heal your prayer as well as all your other stats, which is very, very useful. Please keep in mind that, as you can see, I have the unholy symbol in the bottom left. What I do is I swap out my Armadyl pendant once I'm in the boss room, because if you have an Armadyl pendant, you would know that it has no stats whatsoever. So you're not going to want to use it when you're fighting when it's important. Keep in mind, you see I have about 200 of each bolt. You shouldn't need much more than that. It's usually going to be less, but if you travel in bigger groups, you will need more ammo for the boss, because you will last longer. Okay, I am standing above the Rogue's Den right now. This is how we walk to the Armadyl Boss. Keep in mind, you need the climbing boots. Make sure you have those if you're walking. Keep in mind, if it is your first time here, you are going to need to bring a rope with you. Get rid of one of the Cerodamine brews. We are walking the path right now. Remember, if you dislike walking, you can always beat the quest Edgar's Roost. This will allow you to teleport. Then you won't need climbing boots, you can use another type of boot. The last quest you need is Troll Stronghold. You do not have to beat the quest, you just have to have started the quest. And I am going up the path. There's a guy right there. And now I am going left. Keep walking, or running, whatever you want. Keep going down the path to your left. Proceed to walk through the Mongolian guy's house. Whatever, Mongolian. Keep going. Walk up to the path. Just keep going up and then you can see some rocks. As always, remember, Make sure you're healed to full health and full prayer before you start walking up here. As you can see, we're going up the path. Just keep walking. Climb the rocks. After that, you're going to want to go to your right. Some more rocks. Sometimes you can take damage. It's usually meager. Go through the gate. You will have to fight a person named Dad if you have not done this before. And I'm going to edit a large part of the walkout. Just keep going through the path. Alright, so continue walking. Continue. Exit the tunnel. Just keep walking up here. Get ready to put protection from range on. You're going to need that. For some thrower trolls. Okay, then you walk up. Like I said, protection from range. I was a little late on that. You're gonna walk up. You can either go through here two different ways. You can use the 60 strength boulder or the 60 agility shortcut. The shortcut saves your run energy, so if you can use that, use that. Continue walking up through here, running. The snow damages your stats. Pro melee against the wolves. Then go down, use your rope if you haven't before. Since I don't have a Cerodiman item, I have to turn on protection for mage. Run straight down, directly south from when you go down the rope. Keep going. Then grapple across. Then I turn off my protection from mage. Okay. From here on out, you need to get kill count. What you do is you kill the avian seas or the spiritual rangers if you have high enough slayer. You equip the broad bolts, drop the myth grapple. Now you want to kill these. As you can see, there's some lower level spawns. There's a 73 spawn over to your left side, further down. There's the 79 right there. Please note these drop noted adamant bars, which are useful. And you need to get 40 kill count, and after that, you're ready for Armadyl. You may also use a little bit of Cerodiman Brew or Super Restore. Alright, so we're at Armadyl Boss right now. What you're going to need to do is, I skipped ahead a little bit by the way. Whenever you go in, you want to make sure you put protection from range on, otherwise Kree will hit very high. Make sure you swap out to all your gear that you had to change, and your good bolts. When Kree comes, we use the DD right there. So the way it worked is when we were on our DD, as soon as Kree appeared, Kree spawns on top of us. So we turn pro range on, run out, attack Kree. Whenever you need to heal your health, take 3 sips of brew for every sip of Super Restore. And that's my guide. Enjoy!